Talk to me about, you talked how COVID, and the pandemic has changed, but for you, the business of training, online training, the marketing of your business, I'd love to get some insight, like how it has changed that, how it's opened things up, and, what does your business look like?
Yeah. So in terms of my business as a whole, my goal is to be as authentic as humanly possible. I'm a real person and I want to humanize myself to show you guys that I have the same struggles that other people do. Like you've heard him in the podcast, my little dude. I'm a dad. I watch my kids most of the day. I got landscaping going on in the backyard right now. I got to do emails. I don't just work out in a gym all day. And I think for a while, that's how the fitness industry was marketed. Like anyone who was fit was this vision of perfection that just didn't have a real life, that only ate broccoli and chicken breast and just worked out like a machine all day. Kind of like Ivan Drago from Rocky IV. If you know that reference,
oh yeah.
Great. If you don't, you got to go.
In the Russian lab, he was made of chiseled stone.
But that's not how it is. Like we all have real lives. And so where the pandemic changed stuff for me is I've always prided myself on being authentic in exercise. But before that, I don't know if I was hesitant, but I didn't think that my personal life necessarily belonged as much as it did. And then during the pandemic, there was all kinds of people that were working from home. They're doing Zoom interviews with no pants on, just like dressed from the waist up. They got their kids, they're dealing with the stuff. And I thought I should really show people these other aspects of my life because it's completely relatable and it will help people a lot more.
How do you do most of your marketing? What's your I know you said Instagram's big. Is there other things that you utilize?
Social media is the big one. That's huge for me, Instagram being the biggest. And it's interesting with social media because different people, some people do better on Twitter, some people do better on Instagram, some people do better on Facebook. I'm an Instagram guy. I love Instagram and it works the best for me. I do email probably about once a week. I have an email base website. And then the whole thing with marketing, and I'll say this as bluntly as possible, the best marketing on the planet is to just become as famous as just
yes.
Facts. Like here I am putting out all this content. It's great stuff. I'm writing for Men's Health. I'm doing emails. I teach seminars, blah, 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 blah. And I have a fair size following. If I could become a movie star, oh my God, I would have 30 million followers. And so one of the big things with marketing is like driving that fame. And what we've seen people do, let me tell you about Kylie Jenner. Talk about her a lot. And I love the Kardashians from a business sense. Last year, Forbes released their list of the highest independent earners or individual earners on the planet. Kylie Jenner was number 1. She made more than 2, 3, 4, and 5 combined. And we're talking people like Rihanna, who's worth $1.7 billion from cosmetics. She was able to parlay her fame into other things. And when you look at the playbook for the Kardashians, and by the way, they wrote the fucking playbook, whatever you want to say about them, because they went from, there was a stat I saw, Kim, like 12 years ago or whatever, was worth $4 million. She was like 1.2 billion now. They've turned their fame into tequila, cosmetics, skincare, clothing, food, water, and they're killing it. And so that's the best marketing going.
Attention is currency. That's I preach it all the time. You got to have attention to scale anything. And
yeah. So imagine how many workout programs the Bobby Maximus could sell if he was starred in movies like The Rock. And by the way, The Rock's another guy. I'm not saying he's copying the Kardashians playbook, but it's been laid out. He's got his tequila now, the highest selling spirit in its first year in history. Because he's got the network from the movies. He's got his Project Rock stuff. He's got his Zoa energy drink that he partnered with. I think it's Molson's Coors they're like a minority stakeholder and doing all the distribution. Like, brilliant. He's not signing deals with other people. He's like, I'm gonna make this myself and use my network because he's got a captive audience. What's his captive audience worth? Like an account that's got 190 million followers. What's that worth to advertisers? Well, it's worth a lot more to him when he can make the lion's share of the profits.
That's right. You turn that attention into scalable businesses and different things that leverage the audience. Build the audience, and then you build the business.
You got it, and you can do a lot of things.
Yeah. Bobby, what's the future hold for you, brother? What are some of your goals? I mean, what's down the path for you?
There was a time that I would have been hesitant to say this, I think because of self-confidence. I want to be famous and I don't know how I'm going to get there. I don't know if that's getting into the WWE. I don't know if that's getting into movies. I actually just filmed a movie a couple months ago. It's going to be out in November. I don't know if it's like being on the Men's Health cover and working more, but I want to help as many people as I can. Because I really think that if I didn't found exercise, I wouldn't be here today. No one would know who I am. And I've seen it change my life, but I've also worked with people that exercise and some self-care, some self-love, some sports psychology work has improved people's lives from top to bottom. It's made them better fathers, better mothers, better brothers, better sisters, better lovers, better lawyers, better accountants, whole things. And to help the people that I want to help, I need to build an engine. And so that's the goal. How I'm going to get there, getting famous is a lot harder than you would think. Because my movie could take off and I could be on my way, or it could bomb and then there's nothing and it's just another cool story. And I have that attitude because I have failed. There has been so many times in my life I thought, this is the thing. I finally got it. And I've fallen flat on my face and it's failed. And it hasn't. So to be decided.
Yeah. Well, every failure is a learning lesson, right? if you treat it that way.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And of course, check out one of these other clips for all the latest tips and insights. We'll see you next time.